Good morning from Kissimmee, Florida, as we get the day started with a third-place contest in the Division II Women's Soccer Championship between the Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles and Johnson, Tennessee Royals. Good morning and welcome aboard the broadcast. Kyle Rush here with you as we get set for the third-place game. Both these teams falling short of the ultimate goal, but still a lot to be had here on the pitch this morning. We'll start with Toccoa Falls. And in their first season as head coach, Austin Reed has led this group to these championships. As you take a look at the starting lineups there, Cora Goins is four-time All-Region team. She's been a factor ever since she stepped foot on campus. That's likely not to change tonight. As for the Royals from Johnson University, they have a strong lineup in their own, as you'll see a lot of Alex Elrod pushing the issue forward. Jaylee Bullock in goal, also a stellar keeper in between the posts for the Royals. So we're getting set to go. The Royals led by Todd Halley-Burton. And we're about set for soccer, a third-place game to be had here, as both teams have done well to make it to these championships, looking to go out on top with a win in this one. Glad to have you with us as what was a fairly windy pool play. The winds considerably, or comparatively we should say, have died down from what they had been. But the playing surface is wet. Showers came through the area last night here at the Austin-Tindall Sports Complex, so we'll see how that affects footing as we go throughout play in this one. And we're officially underway as Toccoa Falls will get the first touch. They'll work it all the way to the back line. And quickly a turnover. And a shot blocked aside. Early push for the Royals. Looking to get on the end of it. Neltner unable to quite get there. And as a result, sent wide out of play, quick throw in. Looking to move quickly. Oh, the Royals cross in's a good one out in front of the goal. Can they finish? Quickly excused out of play. As that one, press got really dangerous in the middle. Georgiadis was the one who was able to clear. Now Smith marches forward. Flag stays down. Neltner finds room on the back post. The strike is high. It's been early pressure from the Johnson University Royals, who came in as the 2 seed. We're upset in that first game, but have put the pressure on Cora Goins early, as this one's fed through, but it's the Flying Eagles to the first touch there. Barry to go track it down and sends it to the back. Pass fed through was taken away. Now they battle for possession, and Engstrom able to win it. Georgiadis, and then eventually all the way back to the keeper. They nearly found the feet of Neltner, who has proved dangerous already. The Flying Eagles trying a dangerous run of their own as they press numbers forward and try to perhaps force the issue a little too quickly there. And a Kirchmart and gives the Flying Eagles their next opportunity as it's knocked out of play. Emily Allen, the senior from Zanesville, Ohio, will go to throw it in. Head referee making sure everything is in order. Look, this is a team in Johnson that has played a lot of games. 11-4 coming into the tournament. One of the highest number of game plays of any team in these NCCAA championships. As this one's battled for, Purdom tried to turn aside, couldn't quickly trigger it in. Neltner wants it back on the near side. They can't quite get it to her. And the Flying Eagles clear. Nice job by Gowns, who dons the captain's bracelet out of Loganville, Georgia, to clear for Toccoa Falls. Back towards the center line it comes. Now dancing with it is Barry, but unable to maintain once they get across midfield. Oh, the touch was there, but not quite far enough. Now Neltner gets to it. Leads it ahead for Roberts. But again, really good defending from Gowns. A couple times on that side. She's been up to the task. They'll try the other side, led by Emily Allen. Fed to Colwick. She'll look to turn across in. And runs out of real estate. It'll be a goal kick. Cradaville, the sophomore goalkeeper, prolongs it forward for the Flying Eagles. Now a chance perhaps developing as New has space to dance. Shot from deep is wide. An ambitious look there and ended up being well off the mark. But I have to like the idea of them going for that early strike. I want to remind you that the NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel both internationally and domestically by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to find out more. Quickly played back in and sent wide. It'll be a throw in. As you see there, the tightly contested battle for possession. The throw given. And then to be played forward. But taken away, now fed through. The Flying Eagles flying a through ball here. Kirchmar. This is it. They got to the end of it. Can they get the strike from there? Pressured shot on goal. Well kept. As it was a great run from Kimberly Berry. And with her left foot tried to get that attack off. And did. She got the shot on goal after a beautiful run, but was unable to quite punch it through. So the referee drops the ball back in for play. And it's sent away. And now to be triggered in. Played forward by Kirchmar. No one was there. And played at the feet and all the way back through the end line. Lead to another goal kick. Recent moments, it's been the Flying Eagles who've applied the pressure. In the last couple moments, and Jaylee Bullock, the senior keeper, has had her hands full. But it might be the keeper on the other end, and Cradaville, who has her hands full in a moment, as Neltner has won the corner. She's been a presence early on in this one as she's forced the issue and has often gotten to a dangerous position, and now she'll get the chance here with the game's first corner. Cradaville calling out where she wants her defender, as you see him plant right there on the near post. Sent in right toward that near post, defended well, but not able to kept in play, and whistle alongside. We'll give them a free kick. So after a few moments where it was a surge from the Flying Eagles, Neltner led the Royals to a chance of their own, but unable to get the shot on goal from there. Fed through now, looking for room to operate. Smartly sent to the back line. And pressure on there. It's Neltner again. Again finds room to dance, but swarmed as she gets back to that right foot. Now able to send it to the middle, but nobody home. Allen, or Elrod, keeps it back in. And now New will clear it, but just momentarily. Here's Riley Halliburton. Pushes it back in the zone. And eventually the Flying Eagles able to take control. Georgiadis. Nice piece of footwork there to send the through ball forward. Now the Flying Eagles off and running. Can they get enough forward to create the chance of their own? It's blocked aside. Really good defending. As they had numbers forward waiting the cross. It was Kaylee Cooper who sent the would-be cross aside. Neltner again on the run. She has space this time. Strike with the left foot. And Cradaville had to knock it down. The early going Neltner has certainly looked like the most dangerous player on the field. As she has required some extra attention from Toccoa Falls. Didn't get it that time and nearly made them pay. Use that speed and strong striking ability. And she just waits for her moment, and now a player slow to get up. And mentioned Austin Reed for Toccoa Falls in his first season. No stranger to the campus, as he was an alum and played there in his own right. Played from 2015 to 2018, made the All-Region team in 2017. And this year has done quite well. South Region Coach of the Year and led the Flying Eagles to that regional title. The win over Trinity Baptist to get here. It was the first time they've won the regional championship since all the way back in 2010. Also marking the first time they've been back to the NCCAA Nationals. Late 2000s, they made a run, doing so 3 times in 4 years from 2006 to 2009. Did so again in 2010. Now, after 4 out of 5 years getting to this point, they then had to wait 10 years for their next opportunity. Now a chance to walk away as third-place winners if they can get in front of Johnson University in this one. Played for it and eventually denied and escorted out of play. Chastain sent it aside, and Crowderville will send it forward. Immediately blocked in. Nicely done. McMahon pushed the threat forward. Colwick not quite to get to the end of it. And it drifts all the way through and out of play. Throw-in coming for Purdom. Space for Chastain to settle things down. Now pushed back. Fed through. Again, it's Neltner. Tried to send the through ball into Colwick, and again, solid defending, as George Otis was there to send it aside. 15 minutes through, just about, and only a few chances had by either side as the goal kick comes for Crowderville here. Both teams with a pair of shots, both teams getting one of them on goal. And what has been pretty even tilt to this point. Toccoa Falls has been not more team runs, but it's been a lot of Taylor Neltner and White for Johnson University. Now it's Sarah Roberts. She'll try her turn. Down the boundary, and a foul from behind in the box. And a penalty will be coming. And a golden opportunity now for the tournament's 2 seed to strike first. So PK will be coming as you take another look at the challenge from behind. And it leads to now the penalty opportunity. Roberts to take it, the sophomore out of Knoxville, playing for her hometown club. Crowderville awaits, not able to save it. It's through. As Roberts knocks it home, the freshman delivers, and it's 1-0. PK well taken, relaxed, and the smooth delivery had Crowderville off balance and has Johnson University off to a 1-0 lead. Now, how will Lady Flying Eagles respond after giving up the game's first goal on the penalty? And now a foul whistled the other way. And it looks like a Royal slow to get up. That's 10 in white, Rachel McMahon. So they tend to her. And she appears to be all right. That a good sign. Yeah, at the worst end of that at every level. guilty of the foul. And the challenge ended up the one worse for the wear, and they will bring a sub on for her here. As we'll get our first look at Ellie Bowles, another freshman, and that's what stands out to you when you look at this Johnson University roster. Several freshmen throughout, including Roberts, whose penalty is the difference at the moment. Count them, 6 freshmen on the roster for these Royals. We're in the second seed this championship, and you look for the experience, just a pair of seniors, and Giles and Emily Allen. We've called her name a few times early on in this one. To go along with those 6 freshmen, there are 8 sophomores. So 14 underclassmen making an impact, including Neltner, who sends this one forward. As Bowles, who just entered the ball game, was able to win the throw, and Neltner, well, toss it in. Looking for room is Colwick. Able to get the cross away. Top of the box. Toccoa Falls there. Now played back over the top as it was too high for Allen. One of the 2 seniors in their final contest for the Royals, hoping to come out on top. Off to a good start. Up 1-0. From about the 5 to the 10-minute mark, it was the Flying Eagles that had a lot of the possession in. Recently, it's been a lot of the Royals nearing an opportunity to strike. Here they play on and turned over. Referee gave advantage, but then the pass and errant one. As Allen tiptoes on the far side. Set to the front, nobody there. And Toccoa Falls able to gather. Now they look to press forward, but no one on the near side. And Elrod will be able to play it back in, and does so toward the middle and just whacked around back and forth and eventually out of play. Going to go back to the Royals. Toston played skyward and again out of play. And now Flying Eagles will get the toss. Good look at Chastain as she analyzes her options. Look for the through ball, none there. Now can they get something on the end of this? Chandler leads it forward. It's a long run. Toccoa Falls was the first to it. Sneaks all the way to Purdom. Now she'll try to get the cross in. Unable to do so. It's a goal kick. She tried to get it in, and if nothing else, maybe win the deflection to get the corner. Nothing was to be had there. As Bullock sends the goal kick wayward. Another chance for the Eagles with possession here to maybe create another strike. Pushed forward and then cleared out. All the way to the back line. Now the pressure on. And Georgiades, an imperative play as Bowles was coming right down Main Street looking for a chance of her own. As is, it's a throw for the Royals, and then just turned out of play by Chastain. Another throw coming. Take the time to let you know that Trinity Baptist College is offering 4-week online courses over the Christmas break, allowing you to earn credits towards eligibility before the spring semester begins. For more information, visit tbc.edu/winter. This one played in, nearly found the feet of Bowles again. Instead, it's out to Neltner. Cross to the back post, nobody home. Oh, now they are. A nice save made at the last moment by Cradaville. Actually, the ball bounded. No one could get to it, but charging in, made a stab at it. And it took the best effort from Cradaville to keep it just 1-0. Cooper was the one that nearly delivered the strike. Neltner again looking for space in the mid. She's got it. Cooper presses forward. More numbers forward now for the Royals. Kolwick hounded defensively by that Toccoa Falls back line and sent wide. They keep possession and go on a counter of their own. McMahon waits for numbers, then sends it over to Giles, and a whistle. Foul given. So free kick opportunity. Well, he'll just give the throw here. Possession nonetheless, at least temporarily, for the Flying Eagles. As New works it back, now sent back in. But possession, at least to this point, has been all Johnson. Robert sends toward Neltner. In retreat is Cradaville, knowing she might have to await a strike, but a nice job defending. It's the captain and Cora Gones who got back to defend and slowed down a high percentage chance that was looming. And allows her defenders to stack back in. Threat not gone by any means, though. Elrod. Neltner again. Turns the cross in, middle of the box. It's loose. Strike from distance, and it'll roll to Cradaville without much instant. And a couple looking awfully dangerous. Last few moments, last 15 minutes or so, it's been a lot of defending for Toccoa Falls and a lot of chances sparking, as this one does. Oh, a beauty of a strike. Emily Kolwick makes it 2-0 with a firecracker off the left foot. Little Cradaville could have done about that. She had space. And watch this for a delivery. .49 to go. And teams will head to their respective benches to hydrate here, but the strike from Kolwick, it's been a pair of freshmen that have put the Royals firmly in control where they have had all the attacking chances here in the last 15 minutes or so. And Austin Reed talking to his troops on the far side for Toccoa Falls. And Todd Halliburton has to love what he's seen from his Royals. There's a pair of freshmen. First it was Roberts on the PK who came through. And then a strike from Colwick to add to the lead and make it 2-0. What kind of response is Toccoa Falls able to muster? Last 20 minutes and change. Had a few chances early, did the Flying Eagles, but nonsense as you get a good look at the goal scorer, 20 in white. And right towards your living room. There's a wry smile. And I will be subbed on for it. And she'll have a few more moments now on the sideline to relish in that moment and relive her strike that has given her team a 2-0 lead. Again, pressed all the way to the back line. Looking to send forward. Chance here, ball just too far in front for Kirchmar, but able to maintain possession here. Send far side. And it's going to be Adams the first to it, but unable to control it. As the throw will be coming for the Royals. Brief hesitation now. Tossed in. And weaving her way through traffic is Bulls. Look forward to Neltner. Through ball was denied and turned aside. Sent one the other way. Good ball toward Adams. And this one just played out the back as that chance was developing. It'll be a corner. First for Toccoa Falls and a chance to get back within one. As Kirchmar goes to take the corner. Sending a message to her teammates who now fill the box. This one's rolled toward the front and deflected wide. They'll try it again. Interestingly there, no defender right at the near post, and now Bullock calls for one. This one sent airborne and just over the head of Engstrom, who had space in the middle. It was hit too hard. And now it's headed the other direction for a potential counter as mist has begun to fall over the stadium here at the Austin-Tindall Sports Complex in Kissimmee, Florida. Once again, they'll try to press forward. Through ball sent in. They can't get anyone to the end of it. First one there is Duggar for the Royals. And it'll be a throw in on that far side as we wind inside of 18 minutes remaining in the first half. That, for the exception of about 5 minutes or so, has seen the Royals in total control. ball sent far side. Cradaville sends it back out, but it's coming right back toward him. Good ball fed in here. Ellis, she looks for real estate. Cut off nicely by Chastain, who turns it aside. Now Elrod will drop it off to Roberts, who drifts all the way back out toward the midfield stripe. Now Nussbaum. But there now, look to loop around. Now the turnover. Roberts had a run for a moment. Was stopped by Ingstrom. Through ball far side. It's a long run for anyone to get there. And it's played out. Who was it last off of? Last touch from Toccoa Falls. As more subs come on. Keegan Walker and Anne-Marie Dollar are in. Neltner wasn't able to get that second touch. Good piece of defending there. At least for the moment, and through ball with a little too much pace as it got to Cradaville, who throws forward. A good ball for a counter. Unable to control it though, at least initially. This one goes too far out of play. Toccoa Falls has had opportunities on the counter, but they haven't materialized a couple of those real imperative balls to really send it forward. And a chance here on the foul as they'll get a free kick approaching 15 minutes remaining. Glad you're with us here on the NCCAA Network. Kyle Rush here with you. This third place game in our Division II championships on a championship Saturday. Now settled down, played back in. Unable to create much off of it. Comes all the way out. It will be a Toccoa Falls throw. Again, Chastain will trigger. Pops skyward, back toward the middle. And then driven. Oh, that had danger all over it. An imperative stand by George Hoddes as Neltner was waiting. Had that one gotten through. As is, pressure on for the Royals. Look to turn, fire. And sent out once it got to the box and cleared. Goads from the back line making a run of her own. She's built quite a bit of momentum. Was dislodged for a moment, but her team maintains possession as they push on toward the attacking third. But this has been where the Flying Eagles have not been able to get that critical pass for that really good look. As this one sent bounding toward the Royals bench. Worth noting, of the 6 shots the Royals have had, 5 of them have been on frame. In comparison, or perhaps contrast, Toccoa Falls has 2 shots with 1 of them requiring the save. As those numbers early on were about identical through the first 15 minutes. The Royals with that surge from about 15 minutes in on. where they have taken a 2-0 lead in the process. Flying Eagles, though, capable of one in their own. Will have an opportunity with a throw in the attacking third. If they were able to get one before the intermission here, wonders it could do for their confidence and also swing this match in terms of momentum. As is, now we have a foul. It'll go the other way. Johnson thought for sure they were on the counter. That was till the referee blew the whistle as Keegan Walker was off and running. As is, set piece could prove dangerous. As Kirchmar sends wide and high. Here's another look at the foul. As you'll see it toward the back half of your screen there. And player hit the deck. It was behind the counter. So they avoided a real chance there, did Hallie Burton, the coach for the Royals. But that's certainly a coaching moment behind the play, not necessary. And nearly proved to be very costly. This was sent on the side. Now the Royals would be content, as they have in the middle to late portions of this half to this point, controlled much of the possession. They would love to do it here and really put the pressure on to try to take complete control. With just over 10 minutes remaining. This one's played on and wide. And we wind inside that number, inside of 10 minutes. The Eagles have a strike to get it within one. And a whistle here. Another foul. We'll give them another chance to send one toward the penalty area. And you know it's championship Saturday when, regardless of the whistle, half the spectators not a fan. As tensions heighten this third place game in the final for teams to follow. As fans of both sides think no possible way that their team has committed the infraction. As Walker was out of play when she played that one, warranting the throw. Play to the back line. Now can the Eagles march forward from there? They'll have the throw over on the far boundary. Played in, worth noting, interesting tactically that so far the Royals have let Toccoa Falls toss the ball in, certainly near where the throw is. But then once that player has the ball, the Royals are on the prowl. They'll make a changing goal here. As Bullock, the senior keeper, will be removed with 7:40 to go in a 2-0 contest. It is Caitlin Smith, the sophomore, who now takes over the duties between the posts, and it's not something you see every day in the first half. Smith, she checks in goal for the Royals. Also worth noting, she spends some time as a forward when she's not in goal. So from one side of the pitch to the other, it'll be interesting to see if Toccoa Falls is able to develop an attack here as the Royals fans express their displeasure over the call for a Toccoa throw-in. And not a foul. And might be something more here, as the official talking to both players, and the foul was whistled against Kirchmar, but it was the Royals imploring for something more, and now a stoppage as they have a shoe to be tied here, and it stops at 5:58. And now a little slow to get up is Purdom, as the athletic training staff will come have a look. She's been an integral part of that press forward. It was right on that challenge a few moments ago where she and a player for the Royals both tried to play the ball. It was out of bounds. And either one kicked one side of the ball and the other side. And it seemed okay initially, but a little hobbled. It looks like that right foot perhaps. Good to see her walk on her own power. And a substitution will be coming. As Austin Reed has a chat with the assistant referee on the far side. And now gets his sub in. Eager to do so. Here's several pre-routine rituals. Priako, a little dance as she comes onto the pitch, and that even draws a smile from Nussbaum as she has a friendly chat with the assistant referee near side. Lighthearted moments in the midst of the action. Predico's just checked in, a senior from Toccoa, Georgia, playing for her hometown school as well. Now played forward, looking to get Matheson through, unable to do so. And this one will drift out of play. Now far side, and again, it's now wide. Another throw to come. With 5:05 remaining. Is there time for one side to maybe strike again? If you're Johnson, or perhaps strike for the first time if you're Toccoa Falls. Dangerous through ball sent in, defended well. Now looking on the run. Pritico. Oh, played a good ball, unable to be handled by New, as it was there for the touch and go. Instead, it's Walker marching down the near side, and it has to be played out. Another one turned aside by Gones. Neltner tried to feed it through and find the foot of Matheson, hit just a bit too firm. And with the substitutions, Neltner now more the center position, not on the wing as she was early, where she was very lethal and creating multiple chances. She waits to see if she can get a touch here. She doesn't. And it'll be a free kick toward the Screaming Eagles. As Gowns with the captain's bracelet will take it. Trying to formulate a chance with less than 3 minutes to go to cut the lead to 1. Reminder, at the half we will have the Score International stat sheet breaking down all the numbers from the first 45 minutes. This one's played out, a throw comes. On the other hand, if you're the Royals, Johnson University, you'd feel in complete command if you were somehow able to find a third in the last 2:20. Pushed on. But right now, it's the Screaming Eagles looking to have the last say on the scoreboard in the half. And this one drifts out the back. It will be a goal kick. Good challenge by Hallie Burton. Almost as if she was coached to do so. It is a family affair for the Royals as Todd Halliburton and Courtney Halliburton, her coach and defensive coach, her daughter Riley, a sophomore on the back end. No surprise that Courtney, the assistant coach, who's also designated as the defensive coach, no surprise she's coached her daughter to be a fine center back. As this one played in the first touch for Caitlin Smith in goal. And she launches an impressive throw here with just over 60 seconds remain, but they couldn't get it to the feet of Ellis, who's on the run. So time yet for a chance. But it's got to come quickly, and this one played out of play as they try to work it back to New. And the Royals can take their time putting this one back in play. So this one played wide, and it'll be an Eagles throw, and now a set piece to come on the challenge, but with just 19 seconds remaining. Now New a little slow to get up. We'll see if they stop the clock here. Otherwise, half may very well run out. They got to take it quickly. And that's the half. So not fully able to get on the end of that last opportunity on the foul. But it's a pair of freshmen for the Johnson University Royals. Roberts on the PK, and then Colwick, a strike off the left foot. And it has the Royals from Johnson University up 2-0 at half.
One-week mission trip changed my life, and I think it could change yours too. For the past 35 years, SCORE International has been mobilizing others to go and make disciples of all nations. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips that partner with a long-term sustainable ministry. We organize and lead trips that allow you to use your gifts and abilities for kingdom work. Contact us today to impact a life.
The NCCAA mission states, we serve members by setting association standards, developing communications resources, providing regional and national competition, and partnering in outreach to our communities and the world. Bylaws, eligibility, statistics, and championships are all part of being an athletic association. Our services help propel intercollegiate athletics on and off campus. We intentionally place our student athletes and coaches in Christian service projects during championship events to answer the question, what would Christ do in these communities? The NCCAA mission states, we are committed to equipping student athletes and coaches to make a positive impact for Christ. Equipping student athletes and coaches involves the creation and distribution of tools and resources needed for a particular purpose. We promote outreach and ministry for the enhancement of athletic competition with a Christian perspective. One tool is Game Plan for Life, a character initiative to promote the biblical characteristics of love, integrity, faith, and excellence. Equipping student athletes with a game plan will remain with them throughout their entire lives.
Campus will help me to get a job, get my master's, to prepare myself for the world.
It offers students a tremendous amount of opportunity to get real-world experience.
We see Christian students, non-Christian students. We see people from every walk of life.
It's such a good place to be.
It kind of reminds me of home. Your teachers actually look out for you here. You feel invited as soon as you walk in.
You're not going to find any better place to help students achieve what they want.
Our world's been rocked by fear and economic uncertainty, but Columbia International University is praying for you. We invite you to invest in yourself by enrolling in our #1 rated online programs. We promise you an affordable, high-quality education and a place of peace. Enroll today.
The NCCAA mission states, "We are an association of Christ-centered collegiate institutions whose mission is to use athletic competition as an integral component of education, evangelism, and encouragement." The impact of the NCCAA has been felt for 50 years throughout the country and around the world. Encouraging mission trips is at the heart of this impact. We know short-term missions impacts everyone involved and changes the trajectory of lives. Sometimes it can affect the missionary as much or more than those being served. Our Sports Ministry Fund has supported more than 5,000 individuals via domestic and international missions. We exist not only to crown national champions, but to share the love of Christ wherever it is needed.
A one-week mission trip changed my life, and I think it could change yours too. For the past 35 years, SCORE International has been mobilizing others to go and make disciples of all nations. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips that partner with a long-term sustainable ministry. We organize and lead trips that allow you to use your gifts and abilities for kingdom work. Contact us today to impact a life.
Welcome back to Kissimmee, Florida, as we take a look at the SCORE International halftime stat sheet from the opening 45 minutes of play. You see the shot 6-4, but it's shots on goal. That's really the disparity in this one, as that 5-2 in favor of Johnson, Tennessee. Glad to have you with us. Kyle Rush here with you as we get set for the second half of play. as the Royals find themselves just 45 minutes away from securing third place in the NCCAA Division II Championship. Still time to be had here, though, as it is another, briefly, both teams switched keepers at a point in the opening half. The Royals have switched back to their starter, the senior, as Bullock is back in goal. And the change for Toccoa Falls in goal is Kendall Cryer, the freshman out of Eva, Alabama, is in trying to keep it at just a 2-0 game. Royals get the first touch, though. And half number 2, as they know, a third goal could put them over the top as Neltner is called for offsides. It was early, and then a little spurt late as well for Toccoa Falls, where they had a run of chances, and perhaps it's early in the second half where they can find another. New played it into the top of the box. No one was there. It comes all the way out to Engstrom. Poked along, now Barry. Before it comes to Adams, she's stripped of possession there. Looking to go on the counter. Weaving through traffic. Oh, she's done well as the freshman Roberts. Already with 1 goal. Threatening for another. And finally she's met at the top of the box by the defense. And it's cleared away. But another dangerous run from Sarah Roberts. She was fouled on one early in this one. And now it's a dangerous run for Allen. But when Roberts was fouled, she then took the PK and made it near post in front of goal. A near miss. Threat not gone. Another strike. And just wide of the post, as Bowles had her crack at it. Deflected wide, and Neltner will take the corner. The second quarter, beg your pardon, for Johnson. After this one's taken, both sides would have had 2. And this taken nicely as Cryer was the first one to it on the near post. I would think, though, that Todd Alley-Burton would realize that the keeper charged to the front post like that, and perhaps the next one sent to the back post, see if they can cover that one. Now placed along, New. Looks for room to dance. Now find some briefly. Before playing on. Now, Colwick. She looks to strike with the right foot this time, and that's just why. It was the left foot where she scored the goal from the top of the box in the first half. Tried that one with the other. Wasn't quite able to send it along. This ball sent down. Done well. As Kurtzmart Perhaps sparking a run. Adams trying to get to it is cut off. As Nussbaum sent it aside. Tap down, now play to the back line. Adams pushes ahead. Georgianis. Breitko. And into the arms of Bullock in goal. A senior out of Athens, Georgia. Helps spark the rally here. Allen a good pass, but better defending. As Gowns cut off the initial run, then took the pass away. Now sends the through ball forward. And realizing that she probably couldn't get to it, Barry gave up on it. She and Bullock both gave up on the run nearly at the same time. You have to wonder if perhaps they both kept on. If one of them could have gotten there, as is. Goal kick that has now resulted in a throw. It's a good one. They couldn't quite get there, as it was tossed right in front of Barry. And Nussbaum didn't want anything to do with it. Screaming Eagles looking for that cross in, and a foul comes. So now they'll get one the easy way, as Nussbaum guilty of the free kick, and the referee will march the wall back. Perhaps the best chance in the makings so far for the Screaming Eagles. Trying to get back within one. Played toward the back post. The header is on, but not enough behind it, and it's an easy scoop for Bullock. That's before it's sent all the way to the far boundary. It will be an Eagles throw, though. To be played in, not quite far out in front enough. This one is flag again up. And almost a bit of sarcastic booing from the Johnson University faithful. Not so much that they thought it was a bad call, they just hoped they didn't get caught. Our assistant referee alertly had the flag up. Be a Toccoa throw. Let's think about it. You can tell these teams going full throttle, both eager to try to close on a winning note. This is a dangerous ball. Space to operate briefly for Barry. Now the reinforcements come, but Barry still weaving through traffic, shot from distance, just wide. As the freshman from Toccoa, Georgia, Elizabeth Adams, had a crack. Screaming Eagles certainly have materialized more chances so far in this half than they did in the first. And perhaps another one developing. And a bump, no whistle there. She got to the ball. Does it spring a counter? Perhaps. Roberts. Weaves tried to get to Neltner. Colwick. Now Allen from long range, and a bouncing ball scooped up without incident from Cryer. Reminder that the NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel both internationally and domestically by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to find out more. Long run got to the end of it. They play on there, though. And now the whistle. Assistant referee let it go, but once possession switched hands, our head referee made the call, and now shaken up over there on the far side. I believe it may be Qual New, freshman midfielder out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. I'm seeing her working her way through some of the runs so far, and she's going to try to labor on. It is new, and it started in a bit of a limp and now a little bit of a jog as she comes back to the middle. It's funny how when players get a free kick in the attacking third, they rarely want to come off sensing a goal-scoring opportunity. As this one's batted wide. It was deflected for a moment from Bullock, and she had to pounce on top of it to keep away the corner. Now thrown on down the near side boundary, and just letting it dance out of play. It was Gowns who had it measured every step of the way. Would have been tough at the angle she was coming from to try to play it forward, so take her chance on the throw in. Popped high side and out of play. As Duggar tried to get to it, and now a bad throw will give the same opportunity to the Royals. Flicked on, and again it's 2 in blue, and Gowns rising to the challenge defensively. There you see the clock level at 33 minutes remaining, and still a 2-0 differential. Corner coming. Right in the middle of the box. Header found the top corner. A perfect delivery on the corner from McMahon. And the delivery equally is special to the back of the net. That was the one from the first half from Colwick. And now they've added the third. And here's a look at the most recent. McMahon, the delivery, and right spot, right time. It's Nussbaum who delivers the third. And now the Royals in complete command, up 3-0. Now the Screaming Eagles know, and I only need an answer, need it really quickly. It's one of the best balls we've seen delivered into the box on a corner all week, as McMahon put it right on the money. You're seeing why. They had a regular Season schedule of 11-4 was their mark coming in. And now perhaps a chance to add more. It's off the post. Another. And Cryer under duress the last few moments. Help of the post there, followed by a nifty save as Roberts again threw a rocket toward the face of goal. Perhaps not done. Roberts again gets to it. Tries to weave through traffic. Now Allen. Before it's finally cleared by the Eagles, but unable to maintain possession there. And they want to throw with the Royals. Their fans sensing the surge in momentum. And too much of a challenge from behind. Foul whistled against Elizabeth Adams. As the press wages on. Johnson, Tennessee University Royals. Another ball to be sent in. McMahon, low delivery. Oh, it's a good one to Roberts. Looks to turn the corner right in front of the face of goal. Blocked aside. Still loose in the box. A crack from distance as Cooper gave it a go and missed high. Nearly found the back for the fourth goal. As the shot differential has now drifted 13-5. 8 of the 13 have found their way on goal. The efficiency of shots taken has stood out here from the Royals. Another ball fed in. McMahon. Far side, a chance here. Fed back in, deflected by that Eagles defense. It's Georgiades. Takes a deep breath, knowing that the threat far from gone as the throw comes in the attacking third. And just excuses it out of play for the moment. Sent wide, top of the box, chipped in from there, and this one a far simpler handle for Cryer. A little bit of an onslaught and perhaps not done. Roberts looks to feed it through to Ellis, but fed it too far, but does win the throw. It has certainly been an inspired effort for the Royals and a strong bounce back after losing a nail-biter on Thursday night. Chipped in and challenged from behind. And this could be more. They'll stop the clock with 25:51. And the card is out. Kirchmar seems to know it's coming. The crowd for Johnson wants the card. Don't know that they can see that the head referee has taken it out of his pocket. As they make sure Nussbaum, who scored a goal, is all right. The head referee having a chat with her as well. And now the card given. One also given the other way. Nussbaum has gotten one as well. And that has to be for extracurricular after the fact. So a double yellow given there. And 26:51 remaining. Another ball to be sent in. McMahon. Low delivery, no one there. Play back out, and one perhaps on a bit of a stiff arm to help keep possession. Played in Roberts, who does so, thrown forward. And another challenge in the box. They've let it play on. Royal supporters thought a second PK perhaps should have been awarded, and now this foul is given again. It was on Kirchmar. Another free kick will be sent forward here. And even though they're getting a free kick, Royals fans not pleased with the officiating, but as a referee, no doubt, you can't win them all. Neltner will take this one. She very well could have a go from there. She does, and it's turned just wide. I want to pass along to you that Central Christian College of the Bible is now offering Master the Arts in Ministry Leadership at its Missouri and Kentucky campuses. This very affordable and distinctive program combines online, career coaching, and an on-campus course to enhance personal leadership skills and lead congregations toward health. Now's the time to advance your ministry. Find out more at ccb.edu. And the flag up here. As they were off sides on the counter that time. Or the Eagles. (3-0) in favor of the Royals, who to some degree had to wonder perhaps what the response may be like after how things went on Thursday night, where they lost 3-1 in PKs. Would they have that same intensity and fire here in a third place game? The answer has been a resounding yes. You go back to that semifinal on Thursday. This was a big story of it. Seven and White getting a run, bobbled dangerously in front, and then reeled in. You flash back to that semifinal on Thursday. Fans of the Royals would be the ones to tell you that in overtime they felt like they had the majority of the chances to get that golden goal. But they were unable to find it in overtime, and then eventually falling to Randall 3-1 in PKs. But it was the Royals who have put on a press on that night, just unable to get on the end of them. The difference here this morning, they found the end of those chances They've done so 3 times for a 3-0 lead. As we're under 23 to go. But a credit certainly due to Todd Halliburton and his staff getting this team ready. Not always easy to do after a heartbreaker like that in the semis. But a lot of pride to be had. As I will pause a brief moment for refreshment. So many times seeing a third place game where a team that was favored perhaps fell in heartbreaking fashion, as these Johnson University Royals did. You always have to wonder what the response is like. And so far, it has been more than impressive. On occasion, you get that team that loses that heartbreaker, doesn't get to that title game, which they were so close to. And then, almost in some forms, lay a dud in that third place contest. The opposite has been the case here. If anything, it has been a very inspired effort from the ladies in white. As Todd Halliburton and his staff has gotten this team ready to go. And with 22:32 remaining, the Eagles will throw it in. Down 3 goals, time certainly of the essence for them. And Austin Reed knows some additional chances may have to be taken, which would leave you vulnerable to the counter, but needing 3 goals. Magnitude of the result, 3-0, 4 or 5, there's no difference. Can you push on perhaps and maybe get within striking distance in the last few moments? First order of business is keep Roberts out of the box. She's going to have another try and pulled it wide. And she knew she had a golden opportunity there. I think perhaps she thought she had a teammate running to the back post. In reality, she had a good look on goal herself. Roberts has already scored once today, that on a PK. Her freshman teammate in Colwick also has found the back of the net. And Nussbaum, the latter of the 3. Another ball fed in. Despite the 3 goals allowed for the Screaming Eagles, Cora Gowns has been sensational on that back line. As she has been met and answered tough run after tough run. And here draws the foul. The likes of Kimberly Berry will push these Screaming Eagles forward. We mentioned the prowess of Gowns on the back line. If you're a fan of the Screaming Eagles, that comes as no surprise. All she's done in her 4 years on campus has been 4-time All-Region. And a big part of the reason that the Screaming Eagles have found their way back to these championships for the first time in 10 seasons. certainly rewarding as a head coach in your first year. Although he's been part of the program, has been on campus in Toccoa, Georgia ever since he graduated. A good player in his own right. But refreshing knowing you have a senior leader ready to go like that has been the caliber of player on your back line as she has certainly helped out a pair of young goalkeepers. And Cradaville and Cryer both have seen action in this one. Sophomore and a freshman respectively. How you think certainly she has helped them come along. This one's played back. And a whistle finally given, and our head referee again wants to have a chat. Don't think the banter that's going on between them and our head referee is asking to be Facebook friends, but that's just a hunch. It'll be a free kick coming as Kirchmart will deliver. Dangerous ball into the box here, and another whistle. As on the header, they'll say the keeper was fouled. Now a player shaken up as well. And they will stop the clock with 18:01. We mentioned her a moment ago in Kimberly Berry. Maybe she would be the one to try to spark something. Well, the Screaming Eagles nearly did there. Another one of those seniors that's a 4-time All-Region performer. Second-team All-American a year ago. And South Region Player of the Year this year. And perhaps the most notable of her accomplishments. It's one thing to be the leading scorer on your team in any given year. That's an accomplishment in of itself. But Kimberly Berry has done it each and every year on campus. Leading scorer is a freshman, sophomore, junior, and now this, her senior campaign as well. When you have or search for the definition of a go-to player, as you get to the attacking third, you could put Kimberly Berry's name in the definition and it would suffice, as the athletic training staff tends to hurt. You combine her and her performance over her career and the building blocks and gowns, they have laid the foundation for this Toccoa Falls team for years to come. As she's helped to her feet. Although they're on the wrong side of this one, 3-0 with 18:01 to go. I have to think the last 10 years, ever since that appearance in 2010, this team has just tried to get back to these championships. And fitting, perhaps, that in their final run, in their senior campaign, Berry and Gowns have pushed this team there. And have laid the groundwork for first-year head coach Austin Reed to propel them forward. And it's good to see her walking on her own power. Free kick will come the other way for the Royals. Played from distance. Shot nearly found the far post. Shot crossed the face of goal, and for a moment you could look at the reaction of Bullock almost as a recoil on her hands, wondering if that one was going to be wide enough. But talk about careers well had. As she gets an ovation from her fans, Jaylee Bullock has certainly had one. A career to remember as she trots off the pitch for the final time in a Royal uniform, barring a substitution in the last 17:05. And as they did in the first half, it'll be Caitlin Smith back in. I give this Screaming Eagle team credit, too, in the fact that after they went down 3-0, is when arguably they formulated their longest duration of chances of the morning. Another one perhaps coming here before it's sent aside and now sprung loose the other way. Another chance coming for Roberts. She's on the run. Approaching the penalty area, slides, but on her own will there. You can always tell when an attacker feels like they don't have the advantage in the box anymore, can't you? Mysteriously, the uniform always seems to get dirty shortly thereafter. As she tried to draw the whistle, but didn't. Played to the back line. Hallie Burton sends forward. And a chance perhaps brewing, but again, solid defending by Chastain this time. And now it's near Gowns, and that's the toughest spot of all to try to penetrate along this Toccoa Falls defense. I think, too, how helpful it's been for a player like Skylar Chastain, a midfielder who's often in support in the back line, and these Screaming Eagles players to be led by the pair of seniors we alluded to in Barry and Gowns. Had to throw Pratko in that mix as well. The three seniors for Toccoa Falls, as this one's played all the way back. No issue there for Cryer. Look at the makeup of these rosters. Certainly not beyond conceivable that they could meet again. And winning a corner here on a nifty move was Neltner. You have to think, as dangerous as she's been, she hasn't found the back of the net yet. You know, that's in the back of her mind, although she'll be swapped out here. How many times in that Thursday night semifinal did Neltner create chances, particularly in that overtime period, to score that golden goal that would have put them in the finale? They were just not able to get on the end of them. But it was often Seven and White making the run. This one's sent middle of the box, and no surprise, it's Gowns who sends it aside. From distance, off toward Cryer, and she's there. Unable to continue to march forward on the air a pass. But the Screaming Eagles will get a throw here with under 13 minutes to play. Mind you, at the conclusion of these 90 minutes, hang around for our Score International Score of the Game. I tell you what, you want to see some impressive goals, just go NCCAA social media accounts and watch some of the spectacular finishes throughout this tournament. You're trying to show a youngster how to finish around the net. That's a good place to start, as there have been several quality goals and big moments throughout these championships. And a few more in this one as well. We'll have that score of the game for you at the conclusion of this one. As this one's played back and Cryer sends it on. And out of play, it'll be a Screaming Eagle throw. As 11 minutes sit between them and the third place finish for the Royals, as Chandler plays it back on. Kirchmar back to Chandler toward goal, and it'll be an easy scoop for Smith. Kick spun out toward mid, and last touched by the Royals. Throw tried to rifle one toward Kirchmar. It does get there. Braco trying to get on the end of a run. Good challenge given by Elrod. Now consecutive tackles, and Braco, as he sits, just a shake of the head. And she's won the throw, but she thought perhaps she might get more than that. Reminder here on the NCCAA network, it's a full day of championship action as the Division II men's title come right around 12:30 right here on the NCCAA network. Grant Kyle Bond will have that one for you, as the D2 women's final that will follow. And you talk about that matchup, the 3 seed and Randall, who won in the most thrilling way imaginable in PKs over this Johnson club, and Maranatha, the top seed, a nail biter in their own right in a 2-1 finish. They clash for a title later on this afternoon. You can catch that right here on the NCCAA network. This one's rolled toward goal, and Cryer picks up with no instant now and launches forward toward Chandler. And Chandler dances forward, tries to send it forward, but the only person up there was Kirchmar, and she was unable to get to it. And again, it's chipped back in. Roberts tries to get to the end of this one. Another challenge as Gowns was there. Player down, chip toward goal and out of play. Now they will have a check on Roberts, make sure she's all right. She's a little shaken up in the box. They let the clock wind and now ask for the sub. Roberts up on her own power. That's good to see. And what a fine performance from Roberts in this contest. The freshman forward has scored a goal and threatened on several others. A big part of the reason that the Royals are 7:05 away from coming away with the third place crown. As Screaming Eagles got the throw, and Elizabeth Adams was going to take as many yards as they would let her have running up the line before she let it go. And a challenge here, a bit too much for our head referee from Giles. Another one sent away. You could really sense in the last few minutes or so the energy has been sucked out at least a bit from the Screaming Eagles. We approach 6 minutes to go. Chance though with the free kick to maybe find a magic ball to get on the score sheet here. Driving ball sent in. Unable to knock it through, though. Back line again holds firm. It's been a really collective effort there as well. The Eagles all the way up to the midfielders. Hasn't been that many chances. Certainly not many on goal here in this opening half. Or the second half. You look at shots on goal, it's 10-3. Overall shots, the Royals lead that category 17-7 on our Score International stat sheet. Now the whistle will give the free kick to Toccoa Falls. Ball chipped in and fielded without incident there. That was a fourth shot on goal, but several of them have been light challenges for either Caitlin Smith in goal, who handled that one, or Jaylee Bullock. And a foul here will go against the Screaming Eagles. Kurt Schmart, the junior out of Westminster, South Carolina, the guilty party. This one flicked on. And another as it gets to the back line. Georgiades had to send it aside, and another talented defender. Her role will expand certainly with Gowns graduating in the upcoming year. There's a foul here. We'll send the kick over toward the Screaming Eagles as we approach 3 minutes remaining. Good ball here. Barry. Can she finish again? Oh, a well-taken shot right off the post. Ricochets all the way out near the corner. And Barry, who's been so good, nearly found another strike. Would have been fitting if she were able to do so. In the last game of the Screaming Eagles, the differences she has made for this program on and off the field, helping create the culture for Austin Reed, her first-year head coach. This one played forward, and the flag was up. Another substitution on. As Elrod checked back in. Along that back line for the Royals, and giving up the free kick here with under 2 to go. Good ball in. Barry from distance this time, just over the bar. And some other subs come on. And the ovation beginning to carry. And Zelly Bowles checks out. And Becky Matheson in. There's just a minute 5 remaining. Barry couldn't quite get that last touch. Let's see. Lays her face in her hands, wanting at least one more goal before her career comes to an end. But she's done valiantly well. She was a touch away perhaps from having one, and may have one yet as it's chipped back in. And now cleared. Will come all the way down for a Screaming Eagles throw. Play back in and then sent wide. Final 10 seconds will tick away. And it's the Johnson University Royals who have bounced back after a heartbreaker a couple nights ago. They have bounced back to secure a third-place finish in the NCCAA Division II Women's Soccer Championships by an impressive tally of 3-0. All 3 goals spectacular in their own right, but only one can be the Score International score of the game. And we flash you to early in the second half. Check out the beautiful delivery in from McMahon and the finish from Nussbaum to make it 3-0 and put our team soundly in front. That our Score International score of the game. So that'll do it for us. I'm Kyle Rush saying so long for now from Austin-Tindall Sports Complex in Kissimmee, Florida, where it is Johnson University claiming a 3-0 win and third place. To watch this entire game on demand, as well as games from other NCCAA national championships, visit the nccaa.org/network or download the NCCAA Network app on your TV or streaming device. Thanks for watching the NCCAA Network, and stay tuned as the men's